Hello, today we are going to continue with the session about localization because there were some things that were not localized. Remember, you can see the globalization and localization help or documentation from Blazor in this URL. And you can just do a Google search Blazor localization, and one of the first links that appears in the results will take you to this. You will also find that in this space there will be a reference to a project named Log Sample. It's a sample app that will take you to this application, and it is basically a sample application of how to use localization in your Blazor applications. So the last time what we did was add localization support to our pages. So we have already localized like the welcome message, um, the title. We localized something such as the labels in the upload page. However, we haven't localized the error messages that were displayed when we had um, validations failures. Um, like when we didn't type the video name or the video source URL, we were getting the validation errors, the client-side validation errors, and those were still in the default culture, in this case English. Um, I already went and modified that, and I'll show you how I did it. So yeah, basically we were getting these ones in English. So yeah, we were getting this in Spanish, this in Spanish, this in English, this in English, this in Spanish, this in Spanish, this in English, this in Spanish, this in Spanish, this in English, this in Spanish, and this in Spanish if we choose the Spanish language. The way to fix this issue is by taking advantage of the power of data annotations. So you remember that in this case we are adding validation message, and the validation message is coming from the model, and the data annotations validator and validation summary, they actually get their validation information from the model that is assigned to the edit form, and these ones from the properties themselves. These properties were marked with data annotations that have the actual validations that we need uh, to have. The name, for example, had required, the required attribute, the URL too, and the URL also had the URL attribute. So what we need to do is we remember that this upload video model is defined in our shared project. So basically what we need to do is we have to create a resources folder in the shared project where we are going to have our resources types. Now, I didn't put this resources folder because I can in the server or in the other project, because this project is independent and it can have a circular reference to any of the other projects. So the best way or the best place to actually have the resource definition for that is in the project where the actual validated types are defined, and this will actually um, because that if you publish this package as a NuGet, this project as a NuGet package, that already has the validation resources in there. So that's better to have it in here. You will have noticed that in this case, I actually had to set the default RESX file without, including the designer.cs. That's automatically generated, but I didn't modify it to remove the custom tool, because I actually needed the designer CS for this to work as I needed to work. Because what happens is that I actually need this type to be generated and compile so we can use it from our model attributes. So basically, after you have all these ready, you see that here we have the required name, required URL, and the valid video URL format. That's the one in English, and this is the one in Spanish. Upload video model dot the culture dot resx. So after we have done that, basically what we have to do is we go to the upload video model, or to the class we need to add localization to, and we modify the data notations for the validations. Basically what we do is we add, as the parameters, we add the error message resource name and the error message resource type. The error message resource type is basically the key in the resource file, and the error message resource type is going to be a type of the actual type that has the resources, and that's why I needed to have the type compiling, so I was able to do resources.upload video model, so it recognizes everything. So here we have required name, required video URL, and invalid format URL. So let's change the invalid video format URL. I'll just add some silly text in there. I'll run the application again, and we should see the changes. Those changes where I load the application and I get a validation error in here. So you see, oh sorry, this is in Spanish. So you see that what I modified in the resource file is actually shown as the validation errors. So that's the way that you can use to do or to have the error validation messages localized if they are coming from the model validation. I hope this video has been useful. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when there are new videos uploaded. Share the videos, like them, let us know things that you would like to learn about .NET, .NET Core, Azure, and Unity3D. Thank you very much and have a great day.